Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You must have heard people saying that Arey, dark chocolate is healthy, it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain, eat it, nothing happens, and so on and so forth. Well, is it true? Is it healthy? Or are you of that category who says, yaar, dark chocolate ko chocolate kaun keh raha hai? Okay. Today let's try to end all the confusion and try to understand is it really healthy? If it's healthy, why is it healthy? And how much of it is healthy and how much is too much? So make sure you watch this video till the end.
Mankind's first luxury, chocolate. Today, we unleash its dark side. The extraordinary happens in the dark.
Well, if you go on searching, there are so many categories of chocolates. But for today, let's just divide them into dark chocolate and milk chocolates. So what makes a chocolate a dark chocolate? So it's nothing but basically the amount of cocoa solid that it has. So if the cocoa content is high, it makes it, the chocolate becomes a dark chocolate. So now when we say the dark chocolate is good for health, we are basically talking about all the health benefits related to cocoa. So in simple words, dark chocolates have higher amount of cocoa solids and lesser amount of added sugar, while the milk chocolates have a very low, that is minimal cocoa solid and higher amount of sugar. Well, let's talk about the beneficial effects of cocoa as such. Well, cocoa has quite a few essential minerals like copper, iron, manganese, magnesium. It also has quite good amount of fiber. But more important than all those things is that cocoa is also a very good source of flavonols and polyphenols, which are nothing but antioxidants. So the next question naturally is, what are antioxidants and what are their health benefits? In simple words, for our day-to-day living, just as we do a lot of activity in the external world, a body also does a lot of work in the inner world. So while doing that, a lot of free radicals are released, and these free radicals are unstable and they can damage the DNA of the cells. So once the DNA of the cells get damaged, they can cause a variety of health problems, including cancers. They're also responsible for all the other minor issues as well, like early aging, your changes in the skin, changes in the hair, changes in the blood vessels, etc., etc., etc. So these antioxidants basically scavenge these free radicals. They neutralize these free radicals and thus minimize the effects of free radicals in our body. So because of these antioxidant property of cocoa, dark chocolates are considered to be beneficial for our health. So if you were to look at individual organs, then it is considered that eating moderate amount of, mark my words, it is the moderate amount. So the amount becomes very important. So when I say dark chocolates are good, it doesn't mean that you have 10 to 15 big chocolates every day. No, that's not how it's going to work. So eating regular amount in moderation is found to have a lot of beneficial effects, especially on the cardiovascular health. That by this antioxidant property, it is going to improve the blood circulation, it is going to decrease the cholesterol deposition and its consequences like even heart attack. Similar effect is also found on the brain. It is found to improve the cognitive function of the brain. It is found to elevate the mood. Now if you say that eating any chocolate probably elevates the mood, no, that's by a different mechanism. That's because of the sugar or the sweet content in it, which can temporarily elevate your mood. But the mood elevation property of the dark chocolate is by a different mechanism. It releases few chemicals which are responsible for in turn release of endorphins, which are so-called happy hormones. So just because the dark chocolates have a lot of health benefits, does it mean that you just keep hogging 10 to 15 dark chocolates every day? Definitely no. Because along with its beneficial effects, it also naturally contains added sugar and hence it is a calorie dense food. So eating a lot of dark chocolates will increase your calorie intake, and thus if you eat a lot of dark chocolates, that will supersede the beneficial effects and can cause you a lot of health hazards which are related to your calorie intake. So that is why, as I mentioned previously, the important word is consuming it in moderation. So what is moderation? How much is too much? See, there is no specific borderline as to below this is okay, above this is not okay. This is all individualized, and it also depends on a lot of factors: your calorie requirement, your calorie intake, calorie expenditure, your age, overall your physical activity, etc, etc, etc. So what you have to keep in mind is that calorie intake, because of the dark chocolate, must be within the acceptable level of your overall calorie intake. So in other words, instead of filling those calories from other chocolates like say a milk chocolate, it's definitely better to consume a dark chocolate, which will again give you slightly lesser calories than a milk chocolate with additional health benefits which are not there in case of a milk chocolate. But generally speaking, what they say is up to around 30 to 45 grams of chocolate per day is acceptable. When I say chocolate, I obviously mean dark chocolate. So that will be like a small square or two per day. Another thing that you have to make sure while consuming dark chocolate is that you need to see the amount of cocoa in the dark chocolate. So any amount above 70%, that is a cocoa content of more than 70% is considered to be good, and that will naturally have a lesser amount of added sugar. Of course, you will also find a lot of so-called dark chocolates with very minimal cocoa powder or cocoa solid as well. So be aware of those things. Okay, if you're someone who doesn't like the taste of dark chocolate, can you still get the health benefits which you can get by consuming dark chocolate? Yes, you can. That is, consuming cocoa powder as such will also give you the same benefits which you get by consuming dark chocolate. So you can as well add a spoon or two of cocoa powder to any of your drink like milk or whatever it is, and then get the same benefit along with the natural chocolate flavor that you get. But keep in mind, if you do not like dark chocolate, there is a very high chance that you will not like the drink which has cocoa powder as well, because it has a little bit of that bitter taste. So if you don't like it that way, the other option that you have is to include cocoa powder as a recipe in a lot of other preparations like smoothies or oatmeal or baked goods, etc, etc. So somehow if you can incorporate some amount of cocoa in your daily routine, that will definitely give you a lot of health benefits. So I hope you like this short video on dark chocolates and chocolates as a whole. If you did like, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and for more such informative videos, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.